Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear friends, relax your body, your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So, in the beginning, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing, and let your body to settle down itself. So, we're going to relax our body step by step in the beginning using our breathing. So remember each and every inhalation, exhalation, do it gently, slowly and deeply. And when you inhale, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So in between inhalation, exhalation, keep a little gap. So bring your attention to your right arm. And slowly, deeply, gently breathing to your right arm. And visualize yourself and send all the air to your right arm. And slowly, deeply, gently breathe out. Breathing to your left arm. Breathing. Visualize yourself. And breathe out. Your back and spine, breathing. Deeply, gently, slowly breathing. Breathe out. In your abdominal area. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Breathe out. In your chest. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Breathe out. Bring your attention to your right leg. Slowly, gently, deeply breathing to your right leg. And breathe out. Into your left leg. And breathe out. To your neck and head. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing. And breathe out. Now your whole body, head to toes. Breathing to your whole body, slowly, deeply, gently breathing. And breathe out. Again, slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Breathe out. One more time. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Breathe out. So now deeply breathing to your lower belly area, 2 inches below your navel point, and hold your breath. Okay, deeply take a breathing and hold this as long as you can. And breathe out. Keep relax your body. Scan head to toes yourself and say Supatevao. May I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this evening to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also, think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So bring your attention in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. And then bring your attention to that place. And keep an unmovable posture and have intentional, desirable attention towards inhalation, exhalation. So don't try to inhale or exhale, just allow it to happen itself. And when the inhalation happens, recognize it as inhalation. Exhalation happens, recognize it as exhalation. Let everything to settle down as it is. Don't have any intention to become or to make anything happen the way you want. Just observe. This is rising, this is falling of inhalation, exhalation. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Bring a little bit more attention and recognize the entire continuation of the inhalation exhalation. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is end of the inhalation exhalation. Some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, sometimes right nostril inhale, sometimes left inhale. So each and every inhalation, exhalation has its own way. Observe and recognize it in details. So when one inhalation happens, just be only with that moment. Know that calming your body, inhalation, exhalation happens. Calming your mind, inhalation, exhalation happen. Calming your breathing, inhalation, exhalation happen. Bring your fully attention to the sensation arising in that very moment. Bring a little bit more attention and see the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation. Arising, existing, and disappearing itself, whatever the sensation. Whatever you see as inhalation, exhalation, also the same. It not arising anywhere, somewhere, and bring here. No. It arising in this very moment and disappearing in this very moment. There is nothing coming from somewhere or going to anywhere. Everything in your body the same. Learn to accept it. Be settled down. What do you experience? The experiencer also, whoever seen this sensation, that also your mind, it also change. There is nothing unchangeable. You no need to believe it. Observe, see yourself. Experience seeing this moment is your life, not the past or not the future. Whatever you achieve, finally you have to experience only this. Anywhere in this universe, as anyone, there is nothing to experience beyond this. So be complete yourself, be satisfied. You already complete, there is nothing to become. So don't look anything over ahead. Once you come out of becoming nature, you drop the collective nature, then there is nothing to let go. You become free from you. When there is nothing to let go, there is no resistance. There is nothing come against, there is nothing to go against. And you become free from anger, hatred, jealousy, envy. That is where you find the liberation within yourself. Bring your attention to your body. Experience this moment. You are so blessed, you are so lucky. Appreciate it. Pay your gratitude because you have this moment. When you wake up in the morning, you have strength to stand up yourself, come out of the bed, go to bathroom and clean yourself, to enjoy a cup of tea, cup of coffee, enjoy your meal. You have strength. You have this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. That is the greatest blessing. Appreciate it. Be satisfied. Don't look anything beyond it. You have people around you to share your life. You have a place to sit. You have a roof above your head. That is blessing. You have husband, wife, children, friends, and family members. You have a service to do. You have responsibilities. That is blessing. This everything accept you as a human in this world, in this very moment. There are a lot of people around this world losing that connection, ending their life, but you are still here, sitting yourself and experience this life. Appreciate it, pay your gratitude. There are a lot of people struggling with life, fighting with death, have fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. So share your heart, share this moment with them. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have the strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the peace, harmony, wisdom within themselves. Not only them, share this moment with your beloved parents, husband, wife, children, friends, and family members, brothers, sisters, your neighbors, your village, city, state, country people. All living beings in this world and universe, not only that, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. So mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side, downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to Buddha's teaching, that in that teaching there are two ways, two paths. We in the beginning we have to be very clear: the conventional life and eternal life, the conventional truth and eternal truth. So when it comes to conventional truth, that's how we take this inhalation and exhalation as it is. In a conventional truth, name and form important. But when it comes to eternal truth, this name and form is not important that much. We go deeper to the object or the subject, and we question the both without holding anything. So, and you are not bound to any believing, you are not bound to any teachings, any rules and regulations, you are not bound to any culture, you are not bound to any tradition, you are not bound to anything. You observe, you question the subject and object, the both. That is where you can get into the clarity. So when it comes to inhalation, exhalation, and in the beginning we recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. And somebody asks a question, Venerable Sir, then so how? Then I say, there is no such a thing called inhalation or exhalation. So it's like this, that we say sunrise, sunset. But if you know the mechanism of this universe, it is not sun from somewhere rise and going down. But in conventional truth, we name it as sunrise. According to our position, according to time and space, to understand. But the deeper truth is not that. And even that we give a name to you, that name is not such a thing that hold it to yourself. It's nothing to do with you, whoever you are. If you, sometimes people change the name. And once you change the name and you get into different, it is just idea. So like that, when it comes to inhalation, exhalation, in the beginning, even though we say this is inhalation, exhalation, in the deeper level, when your mind becomes sharp, sharp and clear, you're going to recognize there is nothing going in or coming out. That because the air itself, it is there. There is no gap in between your body and this outside world. There is no gap, that no air, no breathing. It is always there. So that's why I use the example. Sometimes the inhalation, exhalation is like a wave in the ocean. You cannot separate it. The ocean itself, the wave. So the breathing itself there. The entire your body, even from the skin, this entire body, we already inside this air. We are already inside the world. But we separate, we are mentally separate from this skin. It's just idea. That's why that separation from the skin will bring us the self-centered mind. This is me. So that separation, even though you don't see the deeper level that you are separate from the universe, you are separate from this outside, and you are become very limited to this skin. That is where the emotions arise. That is why you depending from emotions, pleasure. So before we go to pleasure, there is something I have to mention you. Remember, from childhood, you had some beautiful thing. Nowadays, you forget. When we become elders, we drop that beauty. When we as children, as parents, you know, when you have children, when the children become little by little awake inside them, they start to ask questions. So your children, when your children ask questions, as parents, you become so happy. Why? Because you know themselves, they start to recognize something. They're trying to recognize something. And when we become teenagers, we start to get into something else. We separate. And when we become young, adult, and we separate, even when you have a partner. So when you, before you get married, when you're having love affair, you had some very beautiful quality within you. What is that? A questioning. It keep the connection. At least asking, how are you? How are you doing? You question little by little, little by little. So it build up the question. But after you get married, if your husband or wife ask a question, it's like a life threatening. It's like a kind of like somebody come against you. If your children start to ask questions, it's kind of like they are come against you. If your parents ask a question, it like come against you. Even when it comes to religion. So as example, if with the monks or the priest or the guru or anybody, sometimes when the student asks a question, no, you cannot ask question. Just listen what I say and follow that. So like that mentality, like that hierarchy we build with this spiritual life also. It everywhere. You cannot ask question from anybody. But when you look at the Buddha's life, look, the most of the sutras, most of this incident happened. Whoever came to Buddha, he available for any question. So remember, Keep that quality within you, especially when you practice meditation. I'm not talking to other people, but if you want to practice meditation, if you want to develop yourself, if you want to uplift yourself in any field, always remember, if somebody asks a question, respect for that. Be vulnerable regarding yourself. Appreciate it. You don't need to give answers. Even the Buddha himself, whoever asked questions, he never gave answers sometimes. He was silent. So, but don't criticize. So that is the quality that you have to remember. That from childhood, from the beginning of your affairs, your marriage, and that you keep that connection, but why you stop on the way? Because we become so personal, so personal, so personal, and not the person becoming personal, disconnect you from that questions. And the deeper there is, you disconnect from wisdom, you don't see it. That is why when somebody asks questions, you get disappointed, mad, upset, worried. So because if you are become wise, if you develop a wisdom inside you, the question is kind of like inviting for your wisdom. So then remember, even to ask a question, you have to have a wisdom. When you develop the wisdom, sometimes your question itself becomes the answer. And when you don't develop the wisdom, sometimes the answers itself become a question to you. So anyhow, remember that develop the space inside you every day. And something develop inside you and be wise little by little, little by little. So that will develop a good lifestyle to yourself, and at the same time, it will help around you other people. So don't afraid to question in the ordinary life, and how it will help for your spiritual life. So that's I want to mention you. So when you go deeper practicing meditation, remember to question yourself. So don't just sit and close your eyes and allow anything to happen. No, it maybe start to take your mind, your thoughts, your mental formations, your sanskara is so stronger than you think sometimes. It's like a waves. It can take you to dream. How you can rescue from that? Remember to question. Don't afraid for that. Question yourself. Look, when you experience something, question it, what it is. And even you observe something, or question your own mind. What is this observation mean? What is this inhalation, exhalation? What is sensation? What I experience? Question it. The whatever come as answer, question it, and you go deeper. Whatever come answer, question it, and you will see. Because it is a skill. Questioning is a skill. You have to have a clear, sharp mind. So develop that. Practicing meditation is one way you developing your logical mind. It is not, you not become a kind of like a dumb, grumpy person when you practice meditation, especially in this, the Buddha's teaching, vipassana meditation, samatha tranquility meditation. We're not making any grumpy, that the dummy people around us. No. If you say Buddhan Saranang Gacchami, you keep your mind in the highest place and you faith to the highest place. So how you then become a very dummy person to believe whatever come to in front of you? No, you become a person to question everything, whatever come to in front of you. That is the power of the Buddha. Remember that. That is the power of the follower of the Buddha. You challenge to anything, whatever come to you with the wisdom, not with the ignorance. People more than challenging to the anything, when they are become ignorance, what they do? They accept anything. That is the nature of the ignorance. That is the power of the ignorance, accepting anything. But the thing is, to reject something or question something, you have to have some power, so you have to have some wisdom. So it two different ways. When you develop the power with the wisdom, and there is a way that you develop the art of questioning, and sometimes becoming silence is the answer. And sometimes questioning itself is the ignorance. But when it's go with the time. So somehow yourself, remember, when you practice meditation, always challenge yourself, question yourself. And when you develop that in your inner, as an inner quality, and when other people ask questions, and when other people come to you with different situation, it is just normal for you. So that is important. So remember that. And there were two cows, brothers, elder brother and younger. So these two cows used to do all the work for the farmer. And then suddenly there was a pig came to this family. And these two cows do all the activities day to day and giving milk and doing everything. So, but this pig, morning to night, eating. And then the younger brother came to this elder brother and start to complain and asking question. Why this come like this? Why this pig came later to this family and start to eat and just eating? Look, this family just only, give that pig to eat, and we have to work so hard. We doing everything. So the elder brother was silent and told, "Don't worry, just wait. And then the brother cow asking question again and again. And one day, then what happened? The butcher came and took the pig. And that day, the younger brother came and told, "Oh, now I know why these people keep feeding to this pig. So we are so lucky." So elder brother was silent and looked at him and told, "My brother, when something comes to your mind, learn to observe. Questioning is good, but at the same time, learn to wait and observe, so that the answers going to appear." So like that in day-to-day life, when you practice meditation, remember to question. It is not you mentally arguing yourself. No, questioning and waiting for answer is something. You don't need to look for answers. Questioning is without answer. You have to question. If you're looking for answer, the answer already there. Be very clear. If you're looking for answer, what you looking? Because that means it is inside you. So then there's nothing to look. But when it comes to real questioning, you have no idea about the answer. So that's why you have to learn how to question. And you have to wait and see without thinking over it. Because if you think over your own question, what you find? You find your own mind. It is not the answer. That is what happening in the day-to-day life for us. So then always remember to keep the questioning, and it bring the connection to you. And deeper with the meditation in ordinary life, it bring the connection to people. And in ordinary life, and it develop the happiness around you, and it keep the balance around you. And in spiritual life, it bring the connection to the wisdom or the enlightenment. So, and with that we go to pleasure, because we keep talking a few topics nowadays. The fear, thoughts, this pleasure. Why this pleasure come? It is a huge. Physical pleasure, mental pleasure, social pleasure, we go with the different ways. And the people have the with this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, the pleasure is a huge word. And when it comes to pleasure, the pleasure hold by three pillars. You cannot go against with that three pillars. Even it doesn't matter whatever we talk. So we cannot go against that three pillars. What are those? One is sex, and one is money, and one is power. So these all three pillars hold the sansara. That these three pillars develop the pleasure. But when we look at the Eastern culture, Eastern religions, and always try to help to reduce this pleasure. But when it comes to the Western culture, it always trying to hold, keep the increase these three pillars. Why this happen like this way? Why this some religions trying to reduce? Why that even especially in the Buddhism? And it directly address to the sex and to the money and to the power. And when it comes to community of the Sangha, the Buddha directly addressed this. Not only the Buddha. When you look at that all the Sankhya philosophies and the other Jainis and all other the religious that the culture traditions used to be in Eastern, in the Taoism, in this everything always addressed to these three pillars directly and try to reduce the power of it. Why they do that? That is the question. Because in the Western, there's nothing wrong with it, but they always try to go with it because their liberation means find the ultimate satisfaction with this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. But how this pleasure arise? Why this pleasure arise? Why we keep going with it? It is so powerful than what we think. It is like it's like an iceberg that you don't see. Whatever you see in daytime, it is completely different in the world when it comes to nightlife. People completely different at night. And the pleasure is so personal. No one can catch someone else's pleasure. Even you are as a husband, wife, children, friends and family, even you live at home in one roof. Even you live in the one that sleep on the one bed, you cannot recognize someone else the pleasure inside exactly as it is. So that much it is so personal. So when you hold it as your pleasure is representing yourself. So then what is happening, why this keep happening again and again and again, why this pleasure is becoming a current. It because you hold it to so personal and you keep it to yourself, and that is the way you maintaining yourself through your pleasure. And you are afraid if the pleasure disappear, you're going to disappear. It effect for you. It that come out of the self-centered idea. Remember that. The pleasure arises in the top of the self-centered idea, I am. So that's why in the Eastern traditions, it directly addressed to pleasure, because there is no self. When you recognize that, you're not going to maintain it. But the thing is this: once you have the self, you think about the security. That's why it all come. Why you name as this is me? Why you name as this is my husband, wife? This is my family. This is my house. This is my village. This is my country. This is my world. Why? This all self-centered idea. Because you are looking, you are depending from that. You are secure. You are more protected when it come to it is your home. You are more protected when you have a nation. You are more protected when you have a world. Just imagine, you go to a place and you go to an airport and somebody asks, what is your nation? If you tell, I don't have a nation. And they take it very serious. And as example for yourself, just think, if you don't have a nation, you're going to feel more relaxed, more comfortable, or you're going to become more worried. And in the ancient time, you know that as the punishment, what they did, they sent out of their country. They deactivate the citizenship as a punishment. It is so hard for a person. Why? Because you self depending from this all. So your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, maintaining the self through the pleasure. That is why it is so important for you. That is why it is so personal. So then, how you can come out of it? Nothing wrong. Anything is nothing wrong, but that is the nature of the world. But the thing is, when you go with it, and there is no end. It's like it is more bigger than this universe. So how slowly that you can reduce this? And what is wrong when you go with it? Because once you go with it, it never going to make you're not going to find the more secure place. You feel more insecurity, insecurity. You feel more danger when you go with the pleasure. When you go with the pleasure, with the sex, or with the money, or with the power, you feel more danger. That's why when you become the president, what you do? So I challenge mean I question yourself. Question yourself. Don't listen to me. Question yourself. Then you see it. When you get into the president, the most powerful person, do you think you're going to walk on the road yourself without anybody? Before you, what you see? All the guard around you. See? When you have when you get into the pleasure more, you feel more afraid. And when you have the money, so just think, you have a lot of money. What you do first, the very first thing, you secure it. You not allow anybody to grab it. So then if it is liberate you, you have to be more happy, relaxed, comfortable. No, it brings more fear. And when you have the husband or the wife, and then if somebody here, you have from animal to human, it has that. Look, this animal, how they fight. For female to male and male to female, how they keep fighting. So the same thing happening in the world, in this human world. For the husband or for the wife, you know how many people kill each other. And when you are sexually, when you feel you are not secure, you feel fear, unhappiness. So this all, when you have it, it never going to make you to a better place. Thousand years ago, our ancestors, enlightened masters, Buddha saw this. So that's why it directly addressed to you and telling, don't go that way. Don't go that way. So to come out of this self, in little by little, then you have to understand, just feeding to this pleasure, it never going to take you to a better place. It always take you to samsara. But little by little, if you start to come out of this self, the very first thing that you have to do the seva, or you have to do the generosity. Start to share what you like, and have the compassion, and think about other people same like you, and don't do any harm to you, and get example to you. Whatever you don't like, don't do it to other people. That's the way that you come out of the pleasure. And what you like, you offer it to others, and that's the way you come out of the pleasure. You not hold it to it. And respecting to each other, and come out of the jealousy, and come out of the hatred, anger, and wishing them the good. Empathy, sympathetic joy. When other people become successful, you become happy, and you release the self. So only Buddha and the mother and father can do this. That really, that they, without the pleasure, they open their heart and they give it to the children. But when you practice little by little, you can do it by understanding like this way. So remember, if you keep feeding to this and the pleasure, that this all the current that developing in the world, it's going to take you to the world. So to come out of it and start to think yourself and look yourself, it is never ending journey. So it is your choice. Go with it or come out of it. So if you want to come out of it, remember the very first thing is start to share your life with others. Don't keep the person, it is personal, no. Share, learn to share. Do things for other people and help for other people. And you will start with your family. And that way you will see, and you're going to purify little by little. And then you will see yourself, you become more relaxed, comfortable for you. That comfort, that relaxation will deeply take you out of the lot of misery. So once you come out of that, and yourself you purify, and you're ready to go to next level. So that's how this journey start little by little. So, and think it and yourself, and question yourself, and think, and start to look and work for it. It is a beautiful journey, and you never going to get any harm out of it. You always, even just think, even by hearing, you just little bit go forward towards the light. So if you take a decision, step yourself in one time, one step in a one lifetime, in this samsaric journey, you go towards the light, or you go towards the nibbana. It never take you to misery. So that is the beauty of this path of the Dharma. So I wish upon everyone, by this good practice, May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also during this time,